Okay, more tire testing. Let me show you the ground. And that is what we're riding on right now. It changes continuously. The Bridgestone tires have been spun up a whole bunch. They're no longer sharp edges, so they're not brand new. So that's better for testing. That's where you're going to be riding it at. This road got a rainstorm a while back. Flooded a bunch of the washes. It's dry and slippery now. But the washes have changed. Big thing to watch out for. Goes from soft to hard. Forward where it should be, more weight on the front tire. Did some hard pack on the way here. Found some interesting things. Kind of, marbles on top of hard pack. At 60, 70 miles an hour and above, I got a little bit of head shake. Let's call it wandering. Never got that with stock tires on two different bikes. So high speed, very loose, gravel on top. That's my experience. As soon as the gravel went away, it was really good. So we got hard pack here, but sections of sand beside it, or you'll go through patches of sand. That's what I'm getting right now. What I found and stated earlier is I get a lot more acceleration with these tires over stock, which is really comforting. And maybe more so comforting is braking. I can brake harder, I can get stopped quicker. It's a really nice feeling to have. A little less fear, because you have fear with the stock tires at speeds, and especially sand and silt. It's not gone completely, it's just much better. And on the street, what I have found so far is around town, as I mentioned earlier, it's not as good as the stock tires, but very close. Just doesn't transition at slow speeds around town the same. Not as totally neutral feeling, but very close. Then on the highway, 80 miles an hour, found something interesting. Feels great. Really good on the freeway. Around town, you just have a little bit of vague feeling at times, just from straight to start your turn compared to stock. So I'd say never hesitate away from the street with these tires. And then the traction, you get accelerating, braking, definitely worth it. I have a lot more secure feeling. You can never be completely secure on a heavy, powerful bike. But it makes it better, as we knew it would. But you got to do it to experience it. We could go to a full-on knobby and it'd be better off-road. But then on the street, because the one I would choose would be the Dunlop 606. But on the street, you're not going to have anywhere near as good of feel or traction, and it's going to wear really quick. So if you were to take those, ride a long distance, highway, back roads, get to dirt, experience the dirt, you're going to be risking running out of tire before you get home, depending on how long the trip is. I don't know the longevity of the Bridgestone, but I think you have a much better chance of doing a full trip on it. Oh. That's pushing the braking right there. Definitely better than stock. Still a heavy bike to get stopped. If I were on a 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,250, 1,300, You couldn't do some of this. Just the weight alone. Oh, this is a nasty, nasty, soft hill. Stock tires, I go about this fast down it. I just, no control. It's not as bad as normal. Feels good. Feels real good. Still not going to be totally comfortable. You never are in sand. But it's an improvement. We're here to see how they work on everything. We're not here to preserve the tire. We're here to use it. We have the full power, which is the normal power on the T7. And we have the rear ABS off. This thing sure steers well. And there I was feeling the front ABS pulsating on that, braking there. Oh, get stopped. Oh, good job. Sure, I'm liking the tires, and it's comforting to know I can get back on the highway and do anything and have no concerns whatsoever with these tires. Now if you go at these speeds here and you ride at these speeds everywhere, slow, whatever works for you, I mean, hey, ride, learn, experience. That's what it's about. Everybody their own speed, their own way. If you're going to go slow like this, you're still going to have a big improvement with the tires. It's still going to be more sure-footed off-road. When you hit a patch of sand, it's not going to try to rip it out of your hands the same. It's going to be better. Not perfect, but better. So regardless of the speed, of course I'm going fast on this stuff, and I'm getting great results. I've had some really good controlled spins. It doesn't spin up all the time like a stock tire, a little bit less, but you can use the back end to steer. It holds the slide really well on this stuff. Like always, dual sport, adventure bike, you gotta get slowed down before the obstacle, before the corner. Oh. ABS kicking in the front. I'd rather not have it happening. It's not totally intrusive. I don't feel like I'm going to crash because of it. But there are certainly places I have to talk about with ABS. You definitely don't want it on. I mean, I couldn't even do this if I had rear ABS on. I couldn't do this if I had traction control on. love the brakes off-road on this bike. I can just feel everything it's doing. Even though it's middle of the day, a little worried about deer here, so want to pay attention and be careful. One of the things I've been noticing as well, I went full street air pressure the first time out. It was fine. But then I felt a stiffness in the tire I didn't feel before with the stalkers. And a little bit harsh. So I went down a little bit in air, not as much as I normally go down. And that just gave me a cush tire. Really liking it that way for me. You should, of course, all run manufacturer's suggested air pressure. I'm nothing but that. But for me, I softened up the tire. Feels like it hooks up slightly better, which is, of course, why I do it. And really liking it. It feels like it's a stiffer tire on the sidewall. You hit something hard. With full street pressure, it felt really stiff. A little harsh. With the pressure I went to, it softened up some. Made it feel right to me. I know it's really slick here. Kind of S curves coming up. On my way out here, I saw two groups of BMW GS's. You just know they're all packed up. They're on their summer trip. You know they're having the time of their life. It has such a deep place in my heart because I've done it all my life until recently. And it's just so joyful for these guys out there doing it, riding with their friends, having the best time ever. Two groups, must have been about 16 bikes by the end of it. And if I can some way help contribute to people's knowledge or enjoyment, knowing what bike they want, that's what I'm here for. Anything I can do to help, like how do the tires work and why should I change them? I think I've said it before, but if you get a T7, I highly recommend you ride the bike on the street, break it in, of course. Get used to the bike with the stock tires, because you'll really get a feel for the bike with those. And then when it's time for you, upgrade the tires and go to more full traction. You know the differences, you feel the differences in the tire. The stock ones are great on the street, so. Some very slippery S-curves coming up. You can see everything's brushed off the top. It just went up. Bumpy too. and then stutter bumps. And that's what we mean about steering with the rear end. Lighten it up and pointing into the corner. And we just came through all that. Awesome. That's why we ride. That's why I ride. Sure, it's why everybody else rides, isn't it?